All right, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is TGIF. It's at the end of the week. Hooray for us. Let's see, what else can we say about that? Let's see. Let me see. Let's see what the screen looks like. There's the Swiss. Moving up a little bit. And same thing going on in Chicago Quant. Moving up a little bit. So you can see how the two work together. Let's see, with no problem. Right there. There you go. And let's look at the J4X right there. You can see moving up, we got our greens and our reds, and it's, what is curious though is look at that. We're playing around with our weekly sell here, which is, this is, now we're stuck again. Didn't we just go through this like about a month and a half ago where it just went sideways for a while? These products, we saw that for like 5 weeks, and now we're back to it again. Another slide to the side, a slide to the side. It's the markets are really trapped. They have no real clarity, except for up. That's one thing they do know what to do, and that's because of all them. As I heard Mobius say that this morning, the old famed partner of what was it, Templeton. What was the other side of it? Templeton something. But in the end result, with John Templeton and Mobius, Mark Mobius, and Franklin, that's it. And so, I mean, they're more outside investors and low cap investors over the half century. But overall, what it really comes down to is that no one has a real feel on the inflation more than the know to be concerned. I see inflation pressure very clearly, and prices are coming from many different areas. The rise, so packaging and all other things will get smaller, and the same price will be charged for the product, and you'll run out of it faster. Overall, that's what the dance is all about. At the same time, the Federal Reserve Chairman is up for reappointment, and so as much as I'm sure he talks one way, but he does another. So in the end result is that markets are going sideways again, and it's the summertime. It's the going. Let's see. At the end, next week is the last week of July, and then we go into the first week of August. And the next thing you know is that those 3 weeks are like the deadest, like boring. But the thing is that the markets are firm. And the equity markets are firm. The currency markets are firm, I guess you could say. Stock markets are actually stronger than firm, but best way to describe it is firm for dead times. And so what we'll see is markets become even more lethargic over the next couple of weeks. I'll do a lot more boating, that type of thing. All right, what else can we say? I saw Mercedes is talking about adding like almost $50 billion to electric cars over the next decade. That's pretty cool, huh? I saw Eric Clapton say, what you do with your body is your choice. In other words, no COVID passport, please. That's what he's saying. So what else we can talk about in the sense of what's going on in the world economy? That's pretty much about it. I guess now we go take a look at, as I said, we looked at the Swiss. We start off with the Swiss, and what it says is that if the Swiss is going up, which it's doing here, and you can see it there too, both of them, and you can see this is trying to stay up above the dashed line, and you can see here we are in a daily buy. Ooh, sorry about that. We're in a daily buy. Cancel that. Let's widen that out a little bit. We're in a daily buy there, so what's happening is that means the dollar is strong, the Swiss is a little weak, nothing major. And that's pretty much the action of it all. Now let's jump over to, and there's a range to be traded. You can trade in the range. In some ways it's safer, I guess you could say. Hard to say, really. But you would think if it's a tighter range, it's a lot easier. You can get in and out. Your stops are a lot easier, so forth and so on. Now let's check out the euro. The euro tried to get into a daily buy, but didn't do too good a job. And it's still in that weekly sell. There it is right there. There's the euro against the dollar. You see the pressure is on the downside. And let's see what it looks like right here. Same situation. And it's trying. I mean, look at this. If we widen that out, you can see it's just underneath by the hair of its chinny chin. You can see the weekly's doing the same thing. We've been in a weekly sell since the cows came home. Where's it at? Right there. We've been in a weekly sell since up here. But, you know, I don't want, you know, traders, just take it slow and steady. Don't commit a lot of capital. This is the wacky time of the year. You know, it's kind of like the between Christmas and or Thanksgiving and Christmas, or like I guess the week before Christmas and the week after, and between New Year's, and you know, it's lethargic. The last couple of weeks, you know, it's the same thing right now. So don't try to jump into this stuff. Just take it slow. Try to play smaller positions and just more conservative action. Huh. Just saw something. They're changing things around. I just saw a top swimmer in the United States switch universities. You know, so they've changed the rules on the NCAA stuff. That just popped up on my screen. I thought that was interesting. All right, and let's take a look at the British pound right there. British pound doing the same thing, playing, trying to get into that daily buy. You can see. Gave us the volatility signal yesterday, and it's doing a fine job. Looks like we'll be putting this in here like that. And that's the action we're seeing there. Didn't think it could stay away from the 38 line. You can see the weekly, same thing as we see in the euro. You know, that type of action right there. And then on J4X, right here, right there, same situation, trying to lift up. You can see we have two hinkies, greens for the last 2 days. See the white line cleanly through, cleanly. Whereas we're battling here because of the red and green. I mean, we were cleanly through too, and that's why we like to match these two together with this. And let's see, what else could we say about the British pound? I saw a headline. I think they're hoarding food. What is it? Something's going on over there. You know. I didn't mean to do that. That's kind of cool, though. Let's see. I saw something where they were saying that they were hoarding food. Let's see. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it. I thought it was kind of interesting. Protests. That's it. Oh, protests erupt in Italy, but something about England. I saw something about food being hoarded in England. People buying food, storing it away. Let's see if I can find that article real quick. Pandemic triggers widespread panic. That's it. Hoarding at UK supermarkets. We're very concerned about the situation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't doubt that. You got to run to your Woolworths and quickly buy. Or Costco, is it? So that's the third currency pair we look at. Now we drift over to the Turkish lira. Right there, and you can see it's just hanging underneath that little yellow dotted thing we've been doing for a couple months now. It hits it and falls back down below it. Looks like another week in the sell. When you look at it through the currency pair of the euro against the Turkish lira, right here, right there. You see the same situation. You see it in a weekly sell now for 3 full weeks compared to just it's going to be 2 full weeks for them going into tomorrow, and this thing's going to be 4 weeks into the sell. So the euro against the Turkish lira is definitely a much better indicator of what's going on with the product. It unfortunately doesn't get as many trades. That's what the problem is. Now, when you really look at this, it's kind of cool. You know, went into the sell here, it's in a weekly sell, so you've been flat out short all the way through. And then this was the buy, and when you were long, and then, like here, in this weekly buy, it went on all the way up to here, went into a sell, climbed right back into the buy again. So you don't get a lot of trades of it, but you know, it's probably the better product if you're not antsy and need to trade all the time, which I'm really very supportive of the idea that we trade to make money. We don't just trade to trade. Alrighty. So that was the Turkish lira. Now we take a look at the Canadian right there. You know what I want to do? I just want to go back to J4X and see what the euro looks like. Euro against the Turkish lira, right there. Let's blow that thing up. Yeah, you see that? You buy it there. It's not bad trade, you know. It gives you a little sell here, nothing major. You might get squeezed a little bit, but then this one makes all your do re mi again. Then squeezes you a little bit there, but not bad. It goes up and then makes your do re mi. It's doing the same thing, just like it is on the Chicago Quant. You know, lots of weakness there, and it's been a winner chicken dinner. Just wanted to see that. Let's go take a look at Canadian now. They seem to trend together. Dollar Canadian. And here comes dollar Canadian on J4X. And you see that pressure down for the last couple of days. And above is the same situation on the Chicago Quant charting chart service. Both are just pressing down. Pressing down. Oh. So, you know, it's just, that is what it is. I guess the best way to describe it all is that we are in a weekly buy. Here, let me show that more. And so we're in a weekly buy, so, you know, the sell is just fleeting, and we'll see if they get back into the weekly buy again. Now, as this goes down, it's usually indicative of, or it tries to tell us, that the, what do you call that, the crude oil contract should be firm. So let's drift over to the commodities now a little bit, see how the pairs treat the commodities, or vice versa. I guess, there it is right there. And oh, good, we had it lined up for this. SEP oil. SEP oil's been firm. Today is basically unshowed. And we've been in a weekly buy too. Oh yeah, that's right. We published this. That's right. 8 full weeks. Going to be a 9th today. So it'll be 9 full weeks in a buy. They don't want to sell it. That's for sure. Oh, let me check the chat line. Do I have that up? I think I do. Oh, there it is. Hey, Alan, how you doing? And hello, Moses. Good morning to you. I haven't looked over at the chat line. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of. It's Friday. Matter of fact, would you believe I was out the door? It's 8:44 Eastern Standard Time a.m. here, and I was out the door at 5:30, helping out a friend. We've been doing some construction, trying to get some stuff fixed. Was there for an hour, set up the sink, connected the sink. I was running a power saw at that time in the morning, just for an hour. And having some fun, like as a trader who is in cyberspace, for hours upon hours upon hours, I'm trying to drift away from that, make some do re mi, and then that means money in American, and then go out and do something, get some physical. Let's get physical, and so I try to do that. I try to do some manual labor, try to do something. Manual labor is a lot of fun when you don't have to do it. That's probably like the biggest secret of all. People think you can just keep on buying workers, but yeah, I like to get out there and do it myself. It's like trading, you want to be in touch with reality, physical reality, and trading through cyberspace, you kind of lose that sometimes. So yeah, I was out there doing that, and it's a Friday, and it's like, what the heck? Why not? Up at the crack of dawn like a farmer, like usual. All right, let's jump over to gold. Let's see what the gold is doing, and then from there we'll go over to the South African Rand. And there is gold. It cannot get off its back. The Fed does not want this product to go up. I mean, that's just a fact of life. It does not want it to go up. It just, let's see, I'm trying to find if I have I noticed that we don't have buys that says like weekly buy, weekly sell. So let's put those in there too. Let's copy it from something else like crude oil. Crude oil. That's right, Herc. I see. Yeah, so I mean, get up at the crack of dawn. Cancel. Now go to the to the gold. We'll paste that in so we can put that in there like that. Paste. Day quant. Yay! And let's put the weekly quant in there again. You know, for some new people that don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so when we say, let's check out that weekly quant versus the daily quant. Week. There we go. Bang. Bang. All right. And let's do a little save there too. And then let's drift over now to the South African Rand. Oh, you know what I want to show you? I want to show you gold first before I do that. Let's see, where's it at? Robin Combo, there we are. Yes. Check out silver this morning. I don't know where it's at now, but we'll see. Yeah, see, went into the buy there yesterday, and look at it, it's holding up. It was higher this morning at one point, but we can't get the weekly into a buy. It just won't go into a buy. Hey, Alan. Option strategy. Oh, good. It's option time. It's option time. It's Alan option time. What we do is we look at the open interest. Well, we don't. Alan does. And we discuss that. So that's really cool. Alan is like a nice fixture. We'll have to turn on the mic and let Alan say hi. Alan says option strike expires at 10 a.m. in New York. The AUD 73.80. I thought that was tomorrow. Or yesterday. Okay, so, and it's still parked at the 74s, right? Now, it's a low number, under a billion on the yen. Okay. And that's it, the 110 area. So let's check those two out before we drift anywhere else. And then we can go back and look at the South African Rand from there. All right, so let's go to, let's see, the currencies. Dukascopy Currency, where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is, right there. And let's check out the the Aussie against the American dollar. And what Alan is saying there, AT is saying, ET phone home. No, AT is saying that since at today there's about how much is? Where's it at? Oh, it's only 500,000 open interest. But it's so slow, it should be parked around the 74, and that's what it is. It's, you know, it's a 74 strike price, has the largest open interest, so you can look these things up. And what AT is talking about is that I used to trade on the American and the New York Stock Exchange. Well, I didn't trade on the New York with him, but I got him to buy a New York seat. Told him it was a bargain, and he did. He was bidding 850,000 or 900,000, and got hit on the bid. And next thing you know is that the thing runs to 3 million. So that was a pretty good trade there. I brought him over to the New York. I was a member at both, and he was like, we were trading at the Amex, trading options, and his name was Chris Cadbury. Yes, he is part of the Cadbury family, and he talked about and wrote about open interest and how it drives products to their strike price. And we've seen this as a professional over the decades. As an options professional myself at one time, you know, on a trading floor, I guess that's what you'd call it, an options professional. And so this is back in the 80s and the 90s. And so, and see, Alan is saying in 4 day, oh, there's a 4-day national for the yen. Now that should be around the 110. Let's look at that. You know, because that's the biggest open interest in the options. And sure enough, it's parked just a little bit above. Where's it at? 110.49, a little firmer than norm, but you know, they're trying to be around the strike price. So we'll see how that plays out. And in Japan's in a 4-day national holiday. Oh, okay, so they're all doing the big family baths and kicking around, and you know, I guess they're throwing spears or doing whatever they do. Okay, so that's what's going on there. That's what AT is talking about. We're looking at we look at the options, and then we look and see when they expire, and then if it's like 2 or 3 days away or 4 days away, we'll find a product that will park itself around where the largest open interest is of those options. Yeah, that's what that's all about. Isn't that interesting? So, I mean, when you start following the open interest, which is relatively easy to spot, then you can, then if, let's say it was trading at 109.50 or something like that, you see open interest really strong at 110, there's a good chance, especially when you see Doc's work combine into it. Or you can look at the Dukascopy, the J4X. And if you see the, let's see, let's go to that. Let's go to the Aussie. Dollar Aussie pairs trade. Right there. And let's look back a couple days ago. It should be pushing towards that 74 area. And you can see here, when it goes into the sell from up in here, it drives it down to the 74, gets well past it down to the 73s. Then the open interest increases, and what does it do? It starts to climb back to the 74 again. So it's just like a heads up. Be careful. Don't try to be short at 10, or, at 73, because it's going to be trying to push itself to 74. There's a lot of little tricks around here that you could use to make the odds more in your favor. And the problem is that there just isn't enough, basically people talking about it. That's the problem. And they won't answer questions about it. That's even worse. Is that the key is to have the discussion and kick it around. And then when people don't understand it, kick it around a little bit more so that they do understand. Was it? I think I got something I can show you. This is one of the things I live by. I've been living by it all my life, to a great extent, I guess you could say. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to find it, put a picture of it up on the screen, and it really is the code that we live around here, and that is, let's see if we can find it here. I know that I've posted it in my here's a good picture. You should take that one and put it up there. There's a good picture for Friday. Hell yeah! And then, but it's a Dr. Feynman. He was a physicist, worked in the Manhattan Project, was a professor out of Caltech, just wrote a lot of smart stuff. And he said that if you can't explain something simply to people, then you're doing something wrong. Really. That's what it really comes down to. You just gotta, basically be able to explain this stuff. And if you can't explain it in a simple way so that everybody can understand it, then you're making a mistake of trying to describe it to begin with. You just gotta, be able to. I know I got a great picture here. I posted one of them on the Institute of Advanced Studies a couple days ago about it. It's really important as far as I'm concerned. You see, I'm going to find it in a second. Hey, Victoria's Secret's going to start the walkway thing again. That's pretty cool. I'll find it. I'm scrolling away, but it's a great saying, and it's definitely true that if you can't explain something that like a sixth grader, someone that's 10 years old, there it is. Here's one. We're going to bring that up. Let's see how do we do this. Is that it? There we are. Oh, that's not it. There it is. There's one. If it disagrees with the experiment, it's wrong. And in that simple state, okay, so then we show the live of it. Now, it doesn't matter how smart you are, who made the guess or what. If it disagrees, that's one of them. That's not the one I'm looking for, though. We're going to find the one I'm looking for. And it really, okay. Most understand. Let's see if I can find another one. Oh, here's a good one from Madame Curie that I think is well worth seeing. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. I feel that way about trading. You shouldn't fear trading. And it says now is the time to understand more so that we may not fear it. And that's what we try to do at this webinar. We really try to, just get that into everybody's head. Explain the topic. There it is. Here it is. This is the one I wanted to show you. This is the most important of all. There it is here. It's the Feynman technique. Pick and study a topic. So in other words, you're trying to study trading, explain the topic to someone like a child who is unfamiliar with the topic, and at their level of understanding use simple language. That's what we talk about here all the time. We really do. We try to make it, no scary option words, strike prices and explorations, and the Greeks, as they call them, like the gamma and the delta and the theta and so forth. Try to keep away from that stuff. Identify any gaps in your understanding. Mine, me and Robin's, are that we lack in. And we always say, if we don't know it, we can usually find where to go. Return to the literature to understand it even better. And that's the whole key to me is in trading. I've always lived that way. They're the concepts right there. That's you just want to. Where'd I put that thing? Oh, we got to connect it back up. That's it right there. And that's the game of it all. Really, it is. It really, really is. And I can't emphasize that enough. So in other words, if I'm not explaining it to you simply, then so what open interest is that when you look at a option and a strike price, I know that they're a little scary, but just forget about what I just said. But if you look at the open interest, you know what open interest is. Pretty much everybody does. How many people are long something versus short it, and the net total comes out. And the end result is that when you put the amount of shorts together with the longs, that's open interest. You look at that number. How many are participating? And they do the same thing with the options. And when you see a giant amount of open interest compared to other areas of that same British pound or yen or Aussie, whatever it is you're watching, yen, did I say yen? That's open interest. What Alan's doing is he's going and looking at Alan or him or her. We're not really sure who Alan is. AT, that's why I like to call it AT. And so what Alan is doing is looking at the open interest days ahead of time and looking at the largest open interest, and most of the time it likes to drift to the open interest, what we refer to as a strike price. And so in the options universe. And so he looks at the open interest of the strike price, because there's so many strike prices. And so in this case here, there's probably like a 73.5 and a 74 and a 74.5 and a 75 and a 75.5 and 76 and 76.5 and so forth and so on. A 71, 71.5, 72, 72.5, 73 to 73.5, 74 to 74.5. And what Alan's saying here is that there's a lot of open interest in the 74 strike price. That's what he was saying. And so the currency is going to drift towards it. And that's the whole key right there. Opening interest. There we go. Just trying to make life easier for all of you and talk real stuff. Not like, hey, guess what? You want to know how I made that $67 million in an options trade on only $30,000? Like, you really need to hear that garbage? I mean, I used to refer to it as kiss and tell. Who needs to kiss and tell? Who kisses and tells? Why would you kiss and tell? You want to be private. You don't need to hear, how much I helped them make or loss or whatever. You don't need that stuff. What we really need to do is look at the reality, the physical reality every day live here. We have a fact check spreadsheet. That's what the spreadsheet is over to the left of J4X. Shows you how long something's been in a weekly buy or a weekly sell, or how long it's been in a daily buy or daily sell. Facts. Real stuff. Real stuff that's important. Not like, how did I make, $67 million in a trade back in 2001 or 2000? I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, that's 21 years ago. Pay attention to what we're talking about here. Learn what we're talking about here. Get comfortable with what we're talking about here, and you'll make 67 million on something. That's the real game right there. Giving you the tools, giving you the opportunity, giving you the information in the correct way, not beating my chest. There you go. Very few shorts against the dollar. Really, I don't blame them. Can you really blame them? Who Who wants to be short these things at this point? You know what I mean? Okay, so what Alan's saying is that in the Japanese yen, the dollar yen, Monday expires at 109.80. There's 350 million in open interest, and then I guess what is it? And that is in the calls or the puts or what is that? And then he says 111.50, 500 million, and when does that expire? Is that on Monday too? So it could bounce between the 110 and the 111.50. Yeah. And imagine if you're doing binaries, you sell the binary short at the 11.50. You know, Dukascopy does binaries. You know, you try to lock that thing right in there. Therefore, Chicago Quant's indicator is accurate again. Well, I thank you for the compliment. We do get a lot of compliments around here, and I really appreciate it. But I'm just as happy as if you challenge the things, because this is a trading pit, and camaraderie of challenge is a good thing. In other words, we all need to explore the reality and the physical reality to this stuff. And that's what we're talking about right now. Alan's looking at physical reality. I try to talk about physical reality. We show you J4X, show you that you can build a good tool with, you know, with physical reality, like the two stochastics battling with each other. That's what those two lines are. Those lines you see right there, they're two different stochastics in the same scale fighting with each other. That's what that is. And it emulates a lot like my math. It correlates to this almost 70% of the time. It's like 68 or 69% it correlates to it. So that's pretty good. Then we put the hinky ashy on there, the reds and the greens, to match up to my dots. And a lot of times they correlate to the same thing. It's a lag by 4 hours, but you know, it's a tool. And if you don't have the Chicago Quant, you didn't tune in to Dukascopy or go and watch the video, well, at least you can do this live with the J4X for free. For free, for free, for free. You can do it for free. Free. Free, 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 free. So, that's all we're doing. We're just trying to show you that this can be done the right way. And it takes work. Trust me, traders. You don't just go like flip it on for a minute and walk away. You got to do the work. If you don't do the work, you're going to lose. You got to do the work. You're going to become panicky. So. All right, I think I got our point across there. Don't you think, AT? Didn't we get our point across there? I mean, that's the whole gig. Trying to get our point across there. Ooh. Ooh. Let me put a like on that. Now we're going to put a love on that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I just got texted something. That's pretty cool. And so that's what we're all about here. We're trying to bring reality. That's why we're always beating up on Bloomberg and CNBC and, you know, just, you know, all these business newspapers, except for the Investors Business Daily. Very good tool. Wall Street Journal is 50-50 on a given day. And that is what we're talking about here. And let's hope that you know, everybody's getting their heads into working. You got to work. You got to put the effort in. All right. And that is that. Okay, now let's see, what else can we do here? Let's go like that. And let's see. I guess that's about it on Alan's already, you know, said something beautiful about our work for the day. And you know what it comes down to, traders? What have you done for me lately when it comes to money and trading? You know, the idea is it's great that you follow people that are successful, but you want them to be successful today, tomorrow, and next week, not 10 years ago. You know, 10 years ago is great, but we want to see success now. Now, brown cow. So, all right, where do we go from here? I think we were going to go take a look at the Turkish, the South African Rand. Let's see what the South African Rand looks like. Because we were looking at the metals. And we got that silver trying to lift up, and we got the gold getting pushed down. It's just irritating. They will not take that foot off the neck of gold. There's the South African Rand. We're going to throw it up on the J4X at the same time. Dollar Rand. Dollar Rand. Dollar Rand, where are you? You be around here somewhere. There's Ruble. There's the Zloty. There it is. There's Rand Yen. There it is, right there. Dollar Rand. So that is what that is. And let's see, hold on a second. I'm going to freeze that for a second. There we are. Let's go back to that. There we are. And so there's the dollar rand. You can see it's just been marching up, 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 and away. And there is like no stopping that thing. It just, you know, the Federal Reserve is going to do what it's going to do. It's just going to keep on, you know, making sure that the markets are up and firm. And, you know, that's where it's at. Alrighty. Let's jump over to, and let's say one more thing about Rand. See how the Rand is going up? It should be going down with the way metals were trying to move in silver, but it's really predicting gold very well, where gold just can't get out of its way. Now let's leave the Rand on J4X, and let's put gold again. Cancel. Let's put gold again on Chicago Quant so we can see them both together. Right there, I think it is, right? Who are you? I don't even see who you are. What is that from? Oh, that's the silver. Okay, so there's silver. Let's give that a spin. There's silver right there. See, it says silver. Let's widen that out. So silver's trying to lift up. It's trying. It's in a weekly sell still. And then we go over to gold, like so. Go. Right there. And you can see, it cannot get going. And let's emphasize it on J4X. See, it's going up. And, you know, we do know that, you know, former President Zuma is making noise. And they had to put the troops out on the streets and so forth because he's fighting with the ANC. He is the ANC. He was president of South Africa, and he was a ANC president. So, you know, that's a whole circus act in its own right. But, you know, gold is going down, and, of course, the South African Rand is going up. There we go. That's all we wanted to get out there. All right, now, oh, let's see. Oh, hey, Middle Age, I saved the stuff for you. Let's see. Therefore, Chicago Quant. Alan, coffee is. Oh yeah, okay. I kept that on the screen. Let's see, where's it at? Because it wasn't updating when we sent the charts over this morning. It rarely does, and we can even send those over to you later if you want. Let's see, where's it at? Which one is it? There's that. Oh, okay, I know what it is. It's right here. It's with the Dukascopy page, right there. The stock combo. There it is. There's Apple. Anybody want to look at Apple? Apple's up this morning, right there. That's live. But let's look at, there it is right there, coffee, Olay. Coffee, yeah, it's up more, not much, but it's still up. You can see it's marching up. Look at that weekly launch, my God. Look at, here's the, you know, middle age, look at that. That's that gas 7, not the gas line. It'll be interesting to see when that tries to turn down and break the blue. Hold on to it, you know, something. Sell some calls against it, do something. Turn it into a binary, do something. But don't, you know, you can hang on a little bit longer in there, you know. Just a little bit longer. Let's see, coffee is hitting the headlines finally. Oh, really, Alan? Is finally doing it, huh? Close the rest. Robin was saying something about that. Robin's been saying to me about the temperatures down there. I guess they're having bad weather. Was it Passion? Passion does a webinar on here on Dukascopy, and he does, what's he follow? He's the Fibonacci guy. Tune him in here on Dukascopy. He does, let's see if we can find him. Let's see if we can find it here. Yeah, there's a fellow down in Brazil, and he may know what's going on with the coffee too. Maybe he's talking about it. You might want to tune into him and see he's on the ground, you know. Let me do this. Where is it at? Right there, Dukascopy. Let's see if we can find it. And yeah, I'm going to find his webinar and just put it up there for you. Passion. He takes off certain times of the year because, you know, but he has kids and so forth. There's J4X. But I'm almost sure. I've seen Passion talk in the inside trade, you know, was it the Skype when we're talking to Dukascopy back office. But Passion, I'll find it in a second. I'm going to look at the videos, see if I can find one of his. Trading yen. He does Fibonacci. Last I paid attention to it. I tune in once in a while. I haven't tuned in a while. And I'm looking for Passion and Dukascopy. But tune that in. Look for Passion. He's down in Brazil. Maybe he can give you some on the ground insight or the weather or something like that. Oh wait a minute, I think I found him. No, I haven't found him. I have not found him, but he's around here somewhere. He is around here somewhere. He does Fibonacci with Dukascopy. That's what it is. All right, what else we got going on here? Middle Age says, I had a 208 target and it hit it overnight. Cool. I hope you had an offer out there. Let's see. Close the rest of my coffee position after being long for 6 months. How long have we been in a weekly buy? For a while, I guess, huh? We went into the weekly buy again there. What was that? Back in April, right? And then we were a weekly sell for what? Like about 5 or 6 weeks. And then we were in a weekly buy. What did we do? We went into the weekly buy again in, was it November? Okay. Let's see, right here. So we went into, is that, yeah, that's a weekly buy. So, like that, like that, like that. So we went into the weekly buy there back in November, and we were in the weekly buy all the way up until, what was it? Looks like here, really. Right there. That was the first one, I guess, right there. That was February. So it was like almost 3 months. Then it went into the weekly buy. You can see here. Let's bring this down. Notice how the gas line, oh, let me do this. Let's move the daily up like that. And look at the gas difference, right? So you can see here, it breaks down, and then let's see if we can widen this. So it goes into the cell here, kind of late. Notice the gas starts off earlier, breaking the time manifold here. Make those thicker. That's why I throw that on your chart for you. You know, playing with the gas. I like watching the gas. I use it for intraday trading. It's fun. I think I've shown you that before. Yeah, I did a couple days ago. Yeah, and then I guess you were watching what, the dailies or something like that? And then it jumped back into the weekly buy here, then back into the sell again the next week, and then this one, the early April one, was the moon launch, I guess. You know, it took it all the way to the rest of it, right up there. So it's been in the weekly buy since 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 weeks. 14, that's 4 times, that's over 3 months again, just another 3-month run. So let's see, middle age says 6 months. I had a 208, I held through the weekly sells. Laugh out loud. I had plenty of time. That's what happens, traders, when you trade binaries and options. You can get away with that stuff because you have a limited risk. You're not going to get stopped out. I had plenty of time on my options, so I held on till the weekly quant crossed the positive. Yeah, and you could have sold some calls against it when it goes into the weekly sell, and then what you can do is you can take them off, and all you're ever doing then is giving up some profit, but you're still long. And that's what Dukascopy does. They do the binaries. Binaries means 2 options. That's what it really comes down to. So you can, it does it automatically. It creates the spread. That's what they call a spread trade. So, and so that was the action there. Cool. Cool, cool, and cool. All right. And we think, now what else can we say about all this? So we were looking at South African Rand, and you know it's going up, but you don't know if it's because the troops in the streets or, And Zuma fighting he was indicted or something like that, or he's been subpoenaed. He just refuses to show up. He's fighting with the political, the law. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. And you added when it crossed it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so now it could get a little sloppy, but yeah, Robin was saying to me for weeks upon weeks, he kept on saying that Robin used to write about what they called them the softs. So it was coffee, cocoa, sugar, and orange juice. He used to write about the softs all the time. For somebody, I forget who he wrote for, back decade ago. So yeah, Robin was saying that the coffee, he keeps on hearing there was problems with the temperatures down there. This is like a month ago he's been saying it. So let's see, let me think. So where are we at? I guess that's coffee. I've been really disappointed as I can't get the reel, the Brazilian reel on any of these machines. I can't even get it on Dukascopy. It's hard to get the Brazilian reel. Dollar reel. There's a shekel. I look and it just won't let me. There's a Hungarian one, but it will not give me the dollar reel. And it really is a drag. And there's no euro reel either, I don't think. Let's see, or cable reel. Boy, I bet when there was a Deutschmark, I bet there was a Deutschmark reel. And let's see if there's a euro reel. I think we looked at this too. It doesn't have a euro reel either. Nope. So you can't, it's really hard to get the currency. I'm sure someone's making a market in it. I mean, it's got to be. Middle Age says I added. Okay. So what else can we look at, traders? Anybody have anything else out there? Don't be scared. Just throw anything out there. You don't have to talk to us. If you're interested in something, just put up the symbol. That's it. We will not pester you. We will not drive you crazy. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to write anything. We just like to look at different products. It's just fascinating. Oh, Mexican peso. We haven't looked at that yet. Let's check out the Mexican peso. Oh, let's look at tags real quick for muscle. Where's tags? There's tags. Tags is kind of funny, isn't it? It's fighting to blow its way right into that weekly buy, and at the same time, it's been cruising along in the daily sell there. Let's see if we can get it's not updating again. Hey, what really caught my eye is this one, wheat. Go over to the wheat. I keep on seeing wheat acting pretty good. Everybody's harvested their wheat around here. Everybody's got their soybeans in. But check out wheat. I mean, closing a weekly buy last week, it's going down. But today, it's playing with the daily buy. I wonder if we're going to get one of these type of actions out of it. Something, a couple of days of strength. In fact, Robin, if you're listening, that could be a strike thing. Suggest a call spread in wheat. We'll have to look that up. So that's where we're at. I'm really surprised about the wheat. So now let's drift over to Dukascopy's currencies, and we'll go take a look at the Mexican peso against the dollar. The king dollar. Crazy king dollar. Right there. Oh, look at that little sell. And that hump was very small, And that weekly is taking over, and the daily has starting to stall. So we're seeing that downside. Let's see. Middle Age says, yeah, Brazilian real looks bullish on the charts. Damn, I can't get it on it. I can't get it on Dukascopy. I can't get it on mine. Drives me crazy. You know what, Robin? We'll have to take a look at the call spreads in wheat, because maybe it's time to put something in on that strike thing. Yeah. So, all right, and so you can see right here, what is it? The Mexican peso trying to move back down again. That would make some sense to me. They seem to be doing something pretty functional. Yep, I see you. I see you. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with whatever you wrote, but it just went message retracted. Did you put a smiley face up? They don't like smiley faces today. Did you mention Eric Clapton or something? The guitar player. Robin is a big guitar player. You didn't play with Eric Clapton, did you? Let's see, what else is there? So that's about that when it comes to currencies. If anybody wants to look at any particular one, just give a yell. But if not, we will drift over to, where do we go next? Why don't we take a look at the stock indices? I haven't looked at them all morning. And there it is right there. You see they made new all-time highs on the NASDAQ 100. You can see it's off the all-time highs. Let's emphasize it on one of these. This is an intraday chart. It went up there and banged all-time highs of 15,015.50, and then somehow or another our work started topping out here. And see, we widen this so you can see it better. And then say 1550 right there. That was like on the European Open. It ran it up to it, and then you can see we started breaking down, going into sells for the intraday trades. Oh, you can't see. There it is right there. And so there's the NQs, or on Dukascopy it's referred to as the Tech 100, which is what it used to be around here. It's still, I think it might be the official name for it, the Tech 100, because at one time it was like a not minuscule, but it was a minor index. Now it's the major index, and 6 of them are in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. That's how major it is. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was created for New York Stock Exchange stocks, and 6 of the NASDAQ stocks are in that now. So yeah, and you can see here, where they ran up, and so which mouse is that? Right there. And you can see the pressure on it, the intraday pressure. I guess if we widen this out too. And so I guess if we push it up a little bit, there's that little uppy button. No, not that one. This one. The uppy button. There you are. So it went into the sell here and it went down. This is just an intraday thing we use to trade. But the end result is it's trying to perk its little head up, but we got a lot of red dots here. See how the green line is coming off of gas and bouncing, so we'll probably see some type of strength. As long as this stays, it closes. It's got 60 ticks to go. And it closes up in there. Chances are we lose that green dot, it'll go up. We'll get a nice little pop on the upside there. Keep it there. They go. Now closed, and so it should find a way to climb. You can see the histogram is plus, and it's probably a good buy. So you buy it at, it's trading at, see it's going up in value. See, that's how that's live. That's live. That's what that's all about. Real trading, real numbers, money. And you can see it's already getting overbought. It's through the top of this blue dashed line. And so it's going to start to exhaust itself and start to aim down again. It may not be much. It may come down and bang off the time manifold here. That's what the yellow lines are, the mirror image ones, and then take off more. But you wouldn't want to sell it until it really broke the time manifolds, those things right here. But take some profits at least if you put a couple on while you're watching Doc. That's what you do. You take some profits. Just remember, traders, if you get a position on and you're making money in that position, if you don't sell it when you're making money, then you are selling it when you're losing money. And you don't do this to lose money, you do it to make money. And see how it went up. Up, up, up. So it went into the buy here. So it was that one right there at 77.75, and that's 977.75. And now it's trading at 982 and a quarter, and now it's at 981. Now it's at 980.50. So you could make some shekels out of that. That's $20 a full point. So 4 points, 80 American dollars on a one lot. Alrighty, that's cool, huh? Let's see. Looks like movements in the Euro ZAR. Oh yeah, let's tune into that real quick before we get out of here. Let's check it out. Euro ZAR. Right. Where are you at? Euro ZAR. It's around here somewhere. There's Euro, Aussie, CAD, Swiss, Cable, Yen, New Zealand, Zloty, Swedish Kroner, Turkish Lira, Dollar. Oh, what's up with? Oh, maybe I have to type it in. So Euro. No, that's the wrong keyboard. Escape. Euro. UR slash and then ZAR, right? Yeah. Shift Z A R. No, it wants to give me the dollar. Interesting. Well, traders, we be gone. It's Friday. Everybody have a safe and smart weekend. We will catch you on TGIM. Thank goodness it's Monday. All right. Doc from North America saying aloha. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all our cyber trading friends from Dukascopy. Ta-ta for now.